Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom. Yahweh Shem to all the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shemar Shem Shai to all the sisters. I am priest and officer at Bada Yah. 1,000. Filling in for officer in the car. 1,000 until he gets here. This is the Wednesday night law class. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We teach that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native men, women, and children are God's chosen people of the Bible, of the Holy Scriptures. And we cannot, this is Christ, as everyone knows, this is so-called Christmas Eve, and God is against it. For the blacks, Hispanics, Native men, women, and children, God is against it. We cannot celebrate it. We cannot serve it. We cannot partake in this holiday of our oppressor. It goes against what the Lord says. The Lord wants us to serve his high holy days, his feast days. That's written in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. We just got finished observing HaKaNukkah, the Feast of Dedication, and the Lord does not want us partaking in these feast days of the other nations, of the oppressor. He wants us to serve him and him alone. He is our Father. He took us out of the land of Egypt. He took us out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, through Moses, with wonders and plagues, and destroyed the Egyptians' armies in the Red Sea. We are in captivity now under our oppressors, under Esau, under the oppressors, Edomites. We are in our captivity, but Christ is going to come back. Christ, our King, a black man, that's found in Revelation chapter 1, verse 13 through 15. A black man named Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shemashach in the Hebrew, is coming back, not by himself neither. He's come back with 200 million angels. They're going, those so-called UFOs come back, those chariots, those chariots of the Most High God. And it's going to be a very dark day. We don't want to be caught up in that. We want to get Lord's willing, of course. We want the Lord to bring us up on those chariots and put us in those chambers within the chariots, so we can be hid from the day of the Lord. We don't want to be destroyed with our enemies. We don't want that. That's why we have to fight our flesh now. We must fight our flesh. We have to fight it. It's all we have, fighting our flesh. We have the Most High, we have Christ. We got to fight our flesh. That's the war today. It's a spiritual warfare, a spiritual battle. Let's get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people. We are an holy people, a separate people. We are separate. We are separate, set apart. We're not like everybody else. We're different. And unto the Lord thy God, unto the Most High God, the only living God there is. The gods of the other nations are idols. They're vain. They can't do anything. They can't help you nor hurt you, harm you, bless you, move, walk, talk, eat, drink. Can't do anything. They're nothing. They're vain. They do not exist. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. We are special. We are the salt of the world. We are the salt of the earth, the light of the world. So we have to let our light shine before men. But to do that, we got to keep the commandments of God. And his commandments are not grievous. Are not grievous. His commandments are not grievous. They're not hard to do. They are not hard to do. The Lord's commandments. Christ said it himself, love the Most High God with all thy heart, mind, and soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two hang all the law and prophets. This is what we must do. Obedience. The Lord wants obedience rather than sacrifice. Obedience rather than sacrifice. He wants us to obey him. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. We are above every other nation on the face of the earth. No one tops Yasharallah, Israel. Yasharallah means prince of the power. If you're a male, princess of the power. If you're a female, we are royalty. We are a nation of kings and priests. We're royalty. The Lord wants us just to obey him so he can give us all the rewards, all his blessings. That's written in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verses 1 through 14. We'll be blessed, and those blessings, those rewards will overtake us. It'll be so much so that we won't know what to do with ourselves. That's how much the Lord wants to bless us. It'll be too much, so to speak. And we see that the curses overtaking us. The curses in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, when we disobey the Lord, the curses overtake us. The curses do overtake us, and that's what we're living in today. Because hell is a condition on earth. Heaven is also a condition on earth. Our oppressor, the Edomites, so-called red man, because he's red and hairy. They're in their heaven. This is their time of rulership. When Christ come back, that will be our time of rulership. So let's get Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. It says, and it shall come to pass. Meaning this is going to happen. This is going to happen. If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. If thou shalt hearken diligently. Hearken, listen. Then you'll diligently, continuously, always unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Unto Abba's voice, our Father's voice. Unto his voice. Unto his laws, his statutes, his commandments. To observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high. He's going to set us on high. He is going to set us on high above all nations of the earth. Above all nations of the earth. He's going to set us on high above all nations of the earth. Nothing's going to be able to stop us. He's going to be able, he's going to put us in rulership. He's going to set us up superb. Verse 2, and all these blessings shall come upon thee, these rewards. and overtake thee, and if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So then it starts, and then it's going to go down, listen to all the rewards that the Lord will give us if we will hearken. For example, he will be blessed in the city, rewarded in the city, blessed in the field. So whatever we do, whatever we put our hand to, like our pockets, our jobs, our work, whatever we do, the Lord is going to honor it if we obey him. He's going to make sure that our enemies of the other nations, that they can't harm us. He's going to make sure that we are, we are straight. So this is the book of, we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. Keep therefore and do them. Let's start at verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. The Lord taught us statutes and judgments. Statutes and judgments. But once we got out of Egypt, we was in that wilderness, the Lord started, through Moses, started breaking it down, what we got to do, how we got to honor him, Abba, how we got to obey him, how we should serve Abba, how we should do things the right way. Verse 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. Because the other nations, they wasn't given the law. They wasn't given the law. So this will be our wisdom. The Lord's laws, the creator of heaven and earth, laws, statutes, and commandments. That's our wisdom. The dietary law. The laws how to govern a city. The laws between us and a brother. The laws between us and the Most High. The ceremonial laws. These are the laws that we need to keep so that we can be seen as a great nation and not a byword and a proverb, not some, not a no people. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this nation is a wise and understanding people. They will consider us wise and understanding. Wise and understanding because we keep the Lord's laws. The Lord knows what he's doing. All he wants us to do is follow him. He got everything in check. We just got to check ourselves and make sure we're doing the right thing. Verse 7, for what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? See, what nation is there so great? What nation? They're so great. That's referring to us. Because we the only God, we the only one that have a power that is real. Most High. Verse 8, and what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I have set before you this day? We have the laws, the righteous laws. It was given to the nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and native men, women, children. And we should do our part by following them. We should do our part by following them. Now let's jump to Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Shema Yahshua Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. There's no other God but the Most High. He is on top of all things. He's above all things. He is the greatest. His name, the Lord's name, means is Yahweh. You only can use his name when you're praying, prophesying, or teaching. Can't just use it in vain. Can't write on your t-shirt. Can't just say it casually. And it means he exists. So let's honor Abba. Let's honor the Most High God. And we have to remember that the Most High God is a man of war. And he wants us to war within ourselves, war with our members. Go to war with our flesh. That is what we have to do. Give our body to Christ. That's what we have to do. How do we give our body to Christ? By doing what he did, living how he lived. He died for us so that we can live for him. He gave us a second shot to the Father to make it on those chariots, to get a crown, to be in the kingdom. All Israel going to get saved, but the scriptures say 2/3 of us is going to get destroyed with the oppressor. And we pray that all Israel gets saved. All Israel going to make it into the kingdom by being born into it. If we don't boots to the ground and change Abba's mind, the Lord's mind, by us just as a nation being collectively obedient unto him, so we can make it on those chariots as a nation. Just like we got out of the first Egypt, out of Egypt, and we walked through those Red Sea as a nation. We gotta see if we can make it on those chariots as a nation. 1 second, I gotta grab the door. Yes, SHALAM. Apologies for the interruption, Yashwala. So we was at we have to fight. The Lord is a man of war, and we must fight our flesh. We have to be men of war. The Lord took us out as a nation in Egypt, and we want him to, as a nation, take us out of this captivity. Paul said he was a curse from Christ He wished that all Israel be saved. He make himself a curse. So we need to just well, this is fishing season. Jeremiah yeah, in Jeremiah, behold, I send for many fishers, and they shall fish them. That's what's going down, right? That's what's happening right now across the earth through the I.S.U.P.K. We fishing, going on those street corners, doing street talk, just having a presence in this, and wherever we at, in the United States, UK, Mexico, Canada, wherever we at, we all across the globe, wherever our people is at. So we need to keep pushing, because eventually the Lord going to call for that order and send YAHANNA back, and that's when it's going to be a hunting season. Aquania, if I may, can you grab the mic as well? Can you get Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1, Baba Kushaw? The water. That is what we must do, because we're hated on this earth. We are hated on this earth by the other nations. Even though when the wicked bear authority, the people mourn. Everybody's in a state of mourning with the oppression and rulership. The earth is not as full capabilities. Go on agriculture, pollution. There's crime is prevalent everywhere. There's injustice all across the earth. Nations fighting between nations, gobbling resources up, pouring resources. It's despicable. Kwania, if I may, can you read Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1?
The book of Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather yourselves, gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. See, we need to gather ourselves together. We can't be an individualite. We gotta come into the I.S.U.P.K under command of General YAHANNA. We gotta roll as a nation again. The other nations stick with each other. The oppressor stick with the oppressor. The Arabs stick with the Arab. Africans stick with Africans. East Indians stick with the East Indians. We gotta stick with one another. There's always too much infighting between us. We gotta put aside that. We gotta do what our King told us to do. Go to him and thee alone. He doesn't hearken unto you. Take it to council. And then they don't hearken to the council, take it to the whole congregation. But if they don't hearken to the congregation, that person gotta be put out and treated as a heathen. Because he's not listening to nobody at that point. Nobody within the nation. But there's steps that must be followed. Keep reading, Aquania. Sure.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth.
Before the decree bring forth. Before the Lord give Christ the order to come back. Go ahead.
Before the day pass as the chaff.
Before the day pass as the chaff. That's that thermonuclear fire. The chaff going to get burnt up. The wheat's going to get saved alive. And that's one of Christ's parables. It's going to get put in the barn. Going to put in those chariots. Go ahead.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. We don't want to face that wrath anymore. We facing that wrath right now as a nation. We getting punishment after punishment after punishment. And that's captivity after captivity after captivity. And we are in captivity today under the oppressors. Being in captivity under of another nation is horrible. But this captivity is when we lost our identity. Our oppressor took our identity from us. We as a nation of people, we don't know that we're Yasharala, that we think we're black, or that's was a color, African American. That's two. African American. American is a country in North America, and Africa is a continent. That's crazy, you know. And then we have Puerto Rican. With a Puerto riches. That's what that means. We Mexican. You see what I'm saying? This is not our biblical names. This is not the name that Abba, the Lord, gave us. We're His chosen people. We can't fall for these traps and tricks anymore. We gotta serve Abba. Go ahead, read.
Before the day of the Lord's anger comes upon you.
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you, because it's coming. It's coming. Each and every day, get closer to the countdown. Now, no one knows the time or the hour, but we know that we are in the last days of time. Time is short. And the Lord said He shortened the time. So we got to put the pedal to the metal. We got to press the gas and work, put our brakes in, because it could be this next second, or it could be whenever, but we don't know. So we got to act like it's here. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord.
Seek ye the Lord. Now, how do we seek the Lord? Seek ye the Lord. We got to seek the Most High. We got to come to the I.S.U.P.K. We got to come to the I.S.U.P.K. We got to humble ourselves. We have to start obeying. We got to repent, change, learn the ways of the Lord, learn how to keep His laws, His commandments, and actually do them. Remember, they're not grievous. After this, give me Second Chronicles 14, 2 Chronicles 14 and 11. Yes, I believe that's what it is. 2 Chronicles 14 and 11. We have to seek the Lord. Seek Abba. Because that's what it's always been about. Obeying what King Solomon said in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's the duty of man. Fear God and keep His commandments. That is what we must do. Because when we don't, we get punished. King Saul got punished. King David got punished when he slept with Uriah, when he slept with that sister that had a husband. King Saul, he got punished when he didn't follow the prophet, the priest's orders to kill everything of Amalek, from the sheep to the king to the people to everything. He left the sheep alive, he left the king alive, And he lost the kingdom for it. And then it got worse, worse, and worse and progressed. King Saul. But go ahead, Aquania, read.
You want Zephaniah?
You get continue in Zephaniah until end of verse 3, but sure.
Verse 3, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth.
All ye meek of the earth. All ye meek of the earth. That's talking to Yasharallah. We are the meek of the earth. We're the low, the humble. Go ahead.
Which have wrought his judgment.
We have brought the Most High judgment because we have broken his commandments. We've broken his commandments. So we gotta let that wrath go away by repenting, changing, and not doing it again. Go ahead.
Seek righteousness.
We gotta seek righteousness now. Righteousness is obedience of the laws. Go ahead.
Seek meekness.
Seek meekness. We can't have a prideful spirit. The Lord hates that. What is it? The pride, destruction comes before pride. Right. Go ahead.
Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Seek meekness so that we may be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. See? Because those chariots is coming back, and we don't want to be on the other side of that thermonuclear fire. We want to be in safety. Now we can go to 2 Chronicles chapter 14 and verse 11, Biblical show. 2 Chronicles 14 and verse 11.
It's the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 14 and verse 11. And Asa cried unto the Lord his God and said, Lord, is it nothing with thee to help, whether with many or with them that have no power?
That's a good one, but I called for the wrong one. We can hold that. Let me say real quick. 2 Chronicles. I said 14 verse 11. I think it's 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. Try 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. Biblical show.
It's the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7 and verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name.
See, if my people, which are called by my name. See, who was called by the Lord's name? It is Yasharallah, the Prince of the Power. We are called by the Lord's name. We have his name. Yasharallah, Prince of the Power. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are our forefathers. Go ahead.
Shall humble themselves and pray.
We got to humble ourselves. We got to admit to what we did. We got to pray. We got to pray to the Most High God. But the Lord doesn't hear the prayers of the wicked. It's as if it's abomination unto him. So we got to make sure we admitting to what we're doing and not doing it anymore. We just can't be willy-nilly keep on thinking that we can pray to the Lord and just do what we want. It doesn't work like that. Go ahead.
And seek my face.
We got to seek the Lord's face. Seek the Lord. Go ahead.
And turn from their wicked ways.
See, we got to turn from our wicked ways. Wicked ways, because we are a stiff-necked and hard-headed people. We got to stop that. We got to stop being stiff-necked and hard-headed. Go ahead.
Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land.
The Lord is willing to forgive us. He wants righteousness to reign on the earth. He wants the earth to be put in order. And it is up to us. We are his battle axe and weapons of war. He uses us to destroy destroy the niggers. He uses us. That's who he uses. But how are we going to put the earth in order if we're being wicked ourselves? So the Lord's going to have to chastise us and get us in straight. And once we straight, we can get the earth straight. We can drop that. Let's get Revelations 2 and 9. Babu Kashar. Revelations 2 and verse 9. Because the Lord is not to be played with. The Lord is not to be played with. He wants obedience. Remember, he wants obedience rather than sacrifice. He wants obedience rather than sacrifice. That's what the Lord wants. He wants obedience rather than sacrifice. He doesn't want us to commit sin and iniquity and transgression of his laws and to ask for forgiveness. He'll rather us just obey him. And then we can just get rewarded in due season. He doesn't want our offerings, our sin offerings. Because now our lives, now back then we had to give up our best cattle. Now what we got to give up? Christ is the last. He gave up his life. He was that lamb that was slain. Now it's up. Now our lives is on the chopping block. Like he's not going to die for us a second time. So we got to get right. We got to do what's right now. Go ahead. Read Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
See, the Lord be knowing what we're going through. Lord, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He sees all things. He knows he knows the work we're putting in. He knows the suffering we'll be going through, the oppression. He knows it all. The tribulation. Go ahead.
And poverty.
And our poverty. He knows that we are in oppression. He put us here. He put us here. He knows what's going on. Read.
But thou art rich.
But thou art what?
Rich.
Rich. We are rich because even though we're going through all this hell, all this tribulation, all this poverty, we still are the chosen people of God. That means we still have a chance to rule. That means we still have a chance to get it right. The Lord has not cast away his people. What is it? God forbid. The Lord has not cast away his people. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which that say they are Jews and are not.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. That's Amalek. That's a so-called Jewish man. That's pretending, that's occupying our land right now. Israel, SHALAM, in the Middle East. That's our land. That's our homeland. That's our land. We got plenty. Go ahead.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
But are the synagogue of Satan. Chief house of Satan. Chief house. Now let's jump to Revelations 3 and 9. Because they're the chief house of Satan. They have pride parades in our homeland. They They destroy their own. They give their own newborns. Their so-called rabbis give their own newborns ST, STIs, herpes, by doing wicked acts to their private area. Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not. See, behold, I will make them which are the synagogue of Satan. Double down on it. They are the chief house of Satan. They are wicked. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. They are wicked. Go ahead.
But do lie.
They lie. They are liars. They try to wipe us our identity, and they try to make themselves God's chosen people. 1 second, Yahshua. I'm gonna grab the door. So go ahead, read that part again. Where you was at.
The book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie.
They lie. They lie. They're not the real Jews. We are the real Jews. Come on. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to police officer. The car 1000. Step it up, man. Step it up, brother. Holding it down.
Yeah, man. See, y'all was talking about they ain't the real Jews, right? They say they're the real Jews, but they not, right? Synagogue is saying, let's read that again, brother.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Yeah.
Behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, which
They're the synagogue of Satan. The Jewish man ain't the real Jew. We are the real Jews. All right. If you Black, Hispanic, Native American, you are the true Jews. All right. Everybody is getting ready to celebrate Christmas tomorrow. We're gonna break down Christmas. I'm gonna show all of y'all that Christmas is nothing but a big fat lie. Christmas is not in the Bible. The Lord is not with Christmas. When you read the Bible, you ain't gonna see nobody celebrating a birthday. You're gonna see nobody celebrating anything that aligns with Christmas, right? And let me tell you why you won't find it in the Bible, because the Bible deals with reality, right? We want to deal with reality as a Black, Hispanic, Native American, right? Look at what's going on in our community. We wonder why we can't get it together. We can't get it together because we believe in something like Christmas. We celebrating Christmas. We in 2026. There's no reason why, we still should be, can't get away from Thanksgiving. We can't get away from, we can't get away from these pagan worshiping days, man. And that should show everybody that we have a big problem on our hand, right? We have children. We're gonna keep allowing our children to follow everything that the white man then gave us. Read it one more time.
it's the book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan.
He said, I make them the synagogue of Satan, man. They are the synagogue of Satan. When you go read the Bible, you're reading about Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans' origin story. This is our history. right? They don't want us to know these things. That's why when you go inside the church, you're not learning about learn about the Feast of Dedication, right? How can you say you're a Christian but don't follow what Christ did, right? And don't follow the rules that Christ laid out. Give me Matthew 5 and 17, please. Matter of fact, start at verse 13. Like when you go inside these religions, you're gonna see how much lies they put on these scriptures, man. And I'm not gonna lie. I remember they said no sound, no sound. Hold on. No, they saying it from my end. How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? How about now? They saying that. Well, not on your end. Not on your end, about Salaki. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure. Hold on. Y'all saying that is no, still none. I can hear it. Hold on. Yeah, I hear it, brother. Maybe you might gotta log in and log back out. Maybe you gotta log in and log back out. But we definitely can we definitely live, brother. Damn, I feel bad. Brother can't even hear us. All right, bet. All right. So let's get into it. Read the scripture in Matthew, please.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 13.
Mhm.
Ye are the salt of the earth.
We are the salt of the earth, right? When it comes down to us being the salt of the earth, meaning that we are the inventors, we are what everybody want to fashion themselves after. You see the Africans from the East Indians, Asians, white people, they take our style, they take our creations and run with it. Right? For so long, black people, we believe that white people genres was rock and roll. Like, yeah, that's that white people, that's the country. But when you go back, all the music that people love today started from the blues. And where did the blues start? When we was on them plantations. We sung songs, man, to go through the pain. That's why when you listen to black people music, people are like, oh man, that music is so violent. When you listen to Hispanic music, oh, it's so violent. It got pain in it, man. All we know is pain. You ever heard you heard DMX first album? That was pain. He was high on crack in the studio, going through the motions, recording that album. Damn near all his albums till the day he died. Because he grew up in harsh conditions. The same way our ancestors grew up on plantations and we made beautiful music. So, brother DMX made beautiful music. And when it comes down to just what we put on the earth, man, is so precious, right? Even with being clean, like black women, Hispanic women, Native American women are some of the most cleanest women on the face of the earth. I know our women get a bad name because of how they've been carrying themselves nowadays. But one thing you cannot say that black women, Hispanic women, Native American women are dirty women. You get what I mean? Like even growing up from the hood, you know what I mean? That sister hygiene is better than any white woman, any East Indian woman, any African woman. Do you know? And it was a point in time in America, right, when foreigners would come over to here, they have their nose up, and we'd be looking at them like we had to really tell them, you need to put on some deodorant. You want to understand? Like me growing up, Africans didn't want to put on deodorant. They didn't want to put on deodorant. East Indians, they still argue against themselves not to put on deodorant. You get what I mean? We just found out that white people don't use wash rags. when they get washed up in the shower. They said Angelina Jolie skipped shower days. I said, hold on, what? Brad Pitt and Angela Jolie would skip shower days. That's not an Israelite custom. When you look in the Bible, we always was clean people. We understood how to quarantine ourselves. We understood all these things. When a woman is on her menstrual cycle, she's to separate from everybody because it's a clean thing to do, right? When you look at the Christian church, a woman can be on her menstrual, still in that church, stumping the ground, shaking tambourines when God said that she's not supposed to be there, right? When everything that's in the Bible is for our learning, right? The things that is written before time is for our learning. So when you go inside this Bible, you're learning how we can enhance our quality, right? The Most High wants you to be a highly qualified individual. The Most High don't want you to be somebody that is just lackluster, lukewarm. No, He wants you to be all that you can be. That's why so we in the New Testament, everybody. I want you to go to the verse 48 in the same chapter. We in the New Testament. Go to Matthew 5 and 48. I'm gonna show y'all something. When you sit down with your kids might not be good at reading or math, science, whatever it may be. You're going to teach them that they can do whatever they want to do, as long as they put their mind to it, right? You're not going to teach them, oh, don't worry about it. Don't try to get A's. Don't try to get A's. Everybody can't get A's. No, you're supposed to teach your child to thrive, to get A's. Okay, you got this B. This is good. But how can you get an A now? It seems like you can do it on the B level, which is good. But how can you do it on the A level? Right? That's the spirit of the Most High. He wants you to perfect everything that you can be. Perfect the law and perfect yourself. Perfect your crafts. Let's say you are an artist. Perfect your artistry. Right? Let's say you are an electrician. Why not go out to be a master electrician? Why not go out to be all that you can be? You understand? You only know this life, right? Hey, God said not to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Be the best at not eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You get my drift? Let's read it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as
Say it one more time.
Be ye therefore perfect.
All this, what the Christian church is telling you, and the Muslim mosque is telling you, the masjid, the church is going to lie to you. You should thrive for perfection. Because one thing that you can get out of thriving for perfection when it comes to serving the Lord, you get blessings. You get blessings that you wouldn't even believe that you needed in your life. Just a time of just having peace. You ever just woke up in the morning and it was just peaceful? You understand? You know that feeling when you just wake up in the morning and you just feel peace? Imagine that around the clock. You get what I'm saying? Like you being able, the Lord is giving you the weaponry and giving you the clear insight what to do, how to grow. As Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, we need to learn how to grow. Hey, what's up, Troy Smith? Shalom. Hey, he actually spelled it right. Let's get that brother in here. He spelled Shalom. He spelled it right. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, brother. You know what I mean? The Lord, He gives, like, I always bring this up, right? When you serve the Lord, you are going to always grow. I can tell when a brother is being serious or a sister is being serious by how they conduct themselves and what they say out of their mouth, right? If you've been in this school for 1 year, I understand what you're going to grow in 1 year, 2 years. If you on your 7th year and you still acting like you're a trooper, I'm going to question if you really taking this seriously. You get what I'm saying? Like Officer Abad, for instance, right? Officer Abad, is not the same man that I knew when we was in high school together. He's not the same man when he was a young man and a trooper. Not now, he still shows good qualities from back then, but he have enhanced his abilities, right? When we say that we are the salt of the earth, we're supposed to always be growing. I'm tired of seeing I'm tired of hearing the stigma in our community, in the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American community. Oh yeah, man, you know how old the older generation is. Older generation can learn something new too. You can teach an old dog tricks. I see it all the time in the school. I see a brother hair full of grays, a trooper. You get what I'm saying? Like your age don't mean that that's equate to wisdom unless you serving the Lord. I know people that's younger than me in the truth, and they're much wiser than me. You know, because they grow in the truth. Your whole point in life is to grow, to master your abilities. We as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans need to learn how to master our emotions, learn how to master love, right? We need to learn how to master loving one another. I know it's so easy to just get angry and just, be ready to do something stupid, but it's powerful to sit back and be like, yeah, I'm not going to engage that situation like that. And I deal with that on a regular, but according to y'all, I deal with that on a regular. I sit there and I drive in my car some days, and I'm like, I wonder what I would do if I see that person now. Now, mind you, I'm thinking about it. Why am I thinking about it? Because I'm still battling. You understand certain things where it's just like, of course, I'm not going to act on it, but over time, you start to see certain things resurface, right? You start to like when in the scriptures it says when you serve the Lord, right? Satan would go away, but he's going to come back at times. You get what I mean? And it was like I remember I'll give you a prime example. It's always when I'm driving, right? I'm driving. I'm coming home from work. For some weird reason, something was like, hey, go grab some weed. I'm like, and I'm thinking, like, what? And it said, look, man, nobody gonna know. Just go grab some weed, go get that blunt wrap and go somewhere real quick. Just go ahead. I heard that voice. I said, good night. I said, what the hell? I should have called Officer Diet. We started talking about football. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the hell? I leaned on brotherhood. Because I understood that was Satan trying to test me. Yeah, let's see if you go ahead, smoke that weed. Go ahead in the car. Oh yeah. You think you big stuff. Okay. Go get some weed. So now dealing with a situation with somebody else. Yeah, man, go crash out. Think about how many of us in the Black and Hispanic Native American community deals with that on a regular, Cornea. Think about it. How many young boys is unalive or have unalive another brother because of that thought in his head? Man, he think what? Man, when you see him end it, boom, there you go. You get what I mean? As men, as women, as the children of God, the Israelites, we must learn how to have patience. We must learn how to dignify ourselves. We must learn how to control our emotions and not act off an impulse. Learn how to shut your damn mouth and just analyze what's going on sometimes. There's many times where, I don't know, I might be at home with my wife, and my wife is saying everything that doesn't make any sense. Old me, the stupid me, would have just argued and argued. The new me, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to listen to what she's saying. And I'm going to offer my training, offer my studying of the scriptures. I'm going to answer that question with seasoning. And that's what we have to get to. All right. That's why we keep the commandments of God. Because when you keep the commandments of God, you gain wisdom. Give me Let's go back to verse 13. We read that God wants us to be perfect. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to verse 13 in Matthew, the 5th chapter. It says, thanks to the I.S.U.P.K, my 3 daughters have never celebrated Christmas. The water. Hey, Troy, man, get in class, brother. You know, we glad to help you with that, man. And that's the Lord, man. The Lord is now taking that demon out of your family. You know, that whole demon of keeping unlawful holiday. You know, like keep doing your thing, brother. That's good to hear. You know, because we need more of that. Let's get that brother in. We need more of that, man. Like, imagine how many imagine black men. You know, me and you went out to go pass out flyers on 69th Street. Imagine how many brothers would have not hit that strip and how much money they would have lost if they didn't. You know what I mean? Like, if they kept God's commandments, they wouldn't be able to get no money out of them. You know, America wants you to spend their money on Christmas. That's how they make money. We was talking about the Jewish man. The Jewish man celebrates something called Hanukkah. All right. He has a non-stick menorah. What the hell is we even talking about? This is how a menorah is supposed to look. Menorah is supposed to have 7 candlesticks, right? Representing the what? Anybody know? You know, Cornelia?
7 days.
The what?
7 days of a feast.
About? What the 7 candlesticks represent? The 7 churches. 7 churches. You understand? 7 candlesticks, 7 churches. You get what I'm saying? Everything that the Jewish man does is against God. They, like, if you ever read the Talmud, go read the Talmud and see how ridiculous they are. They are some wicked individuals. One day we're gonna go into that Talmud. All right, brother. I need to commit to getting in class. I live in Delaware. Hey, we got a school in Delaware. Actually, Troy Smith. So we got a new school in Delaware. It's in Middletown. It's an event tonight. You might want to go to. It's an event going on in Midtown. Message Troy Smith. Make sure you message the school page right here, and I'm gonna give you all the information that you need so that you can go and get in class. Right? All right, let's get it. What scripture you was holding?
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
You are what?
The salt of the earth.
You're salt of the earth, man. God's chosen people, the innovators of tomorrow, the influence behind almost every good thing on the face of the earth. Women, other nations of women want to look like our sisters. They go to the doctors, they go to the gym. You know, they contain a certain diet. You know what I mean? They try to do everything to match the beauty of Black, Hispanic, and Native American women's, man. Like, have you ever seen a Black, Hispanic, Native American woman? Oh my gosh. Kisses to the sky, man. You just good night. You know what I'm saying? Like, amazing what the Most High did with the women of Israel. Let's get that in hand. Like, straight up. And here, man, we love women. We ain't the other thing. You know what I mean? We love women in here. And what we understand is our sisters need that confidence to understand that they are special, man, that they are princesses of the power. A Black woman, a Hispanic woman ain't nothing regular on the face of the earth. We reading about it right here, ain't we? We're reading how Black, Hispanic, Native American women are God's chosen people. you know, and they are something special on the face of the earth. They are the influencers. They are the ones that people marvel after, right? No white women, man, they want to be like our sisters. I'm trying to tell you, that Kim Kardashian, why you think she tries so hard to tan herself, go to the doctors and try to get her body done? You know, she wants to be black. She's not black. She'll never be black. Even if she deal with black men, she would never be black. And when she gets older, don't get it effed up. These white women, they gotta go to the doctors to get Botox, to get their skin pushed back so that they won't look old in the face. They gotta do so much. But what black women do? Wake up in the morning and just be drop dead gorgeous. You know what I mean? She don't got no money to go get no Botox and no surgery. But she got it going on from the head to the toe. You know what I mean? And that's why they hate us, man. Think about Black, Hispanic, Native American men. It's understood that we are the best looking men in the world. Best looking men in the world. They not trying to have our babies for no reason in these other countries I buy. You understand? That white woman wasn't sitting up there taking it from our ancestors for no reason. You get what I'm saying? They understood. They said, hey, that white man can't do. This white man can't do what this black man can do. You get what I'm saying? And this is true stories. They write books about it. Like, yeah, the wife was having an affair with the slaves. You know what I mean? She was a known jump off. But even though we are the salt of the earth, let's keep reading.
But if the salt have lost its savor,
Mm-hmm.
wherewith shall it be salted?
Where would it be salted at? You know, keep going.
It is thenceforth good for nothing.
It's good for nothing. We're so talented. We're so amazingly, intelligent. We so many good things. But if we just gonna follow at the white people, we're gonna fall for every little trick that they put in front of us. I mean, what you think gonna happen? You know, like what do you think is gonna happen? You think that we're going to still be this flavorful people? Yeah, don't get it wrong. We are innovators, but we also smoking a crack. We also smoking a weed. You know, we also, doing evil and wicked acts, which is going to put us in a downfall. It doesn't matter about what society says. It's about what the Most High says. So much of us, so many of us, we worry about what society say, what other people think. I don't give a damn what anybody think about me. I'm like, yeah, I guess I am a racist. I guess I'm in the cult, but guess what? I serve the Lord.
Right.
And yeah, my family is good.
Right.
My family is put together. I got a whole house. All my kids is in one house. Right? My woman, she know how to be a woman. My woman don't gotta worry about me leaving her high and dry. She can have babies and be comfortable. The Most High supply me with a good career. You get what I'm saying? I'm cool. I don't get high. What can you say about me? Like, literally, what can you say about me? Because I don't love white people, now I'm wrong? Because I don't love white people, now I'm the bad guy? In my head, I'm telling them they can go do something to themselves. Because it's like, you got people that's out here that gets high, a bad influence to their kids, can't keep a effing family together, right? All because I'm wrong. I'm crazy because I don't celebrate Christmas. Y'all want to know the truth? Y'all want to hear the truth about Christmas tonight? Give me Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. I'm gonna show y'all about Christmas. I'm gonna show y'all about Christmas. This is how we lose our zeal. This is how we lose our dignity as a people. I'm gonna show y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. I'm mad. I can't go live. I feel like I could go live. Yeah, I feel like I can go live. All right. So let's read what you got.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Who?
O house of Israel.
Oh, house of who?
Israel.
So Most High, he told blacks and Spanish Native Americans, man, some viable things in this scripture right here, man. Read it from the top again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Mhm.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Oh, house of Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathens.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Learning the way of the heathen will get you in a bad predicament, right? Like let's talk about it. We grew up watching Scarface, State Property, Paid in Full, the Godfather, Harlem Nights, all those gangster movies, right? We watched them, all the gangster shows, what was Nino Brown, New Jack City. We watched all these drug dealer movies, all these gangster movies, and we took after those characters, and we also took after the ones that was in the mob, right? To the point where black people was calling themselves a mafia. You got in Philly, it was the Junior Black Mafia, right? We wanted to be like the white man, right? We wanted to commit crimes like the white man. We wanted to go sell drugs like him, unalive people like him. You understand? In our community, we wanted to sexually abuse women like them. All of these things that we was doing and things that we do up to this day is to be like them. They was snorting coke first. We seen them snorting coke. We knew that snorting cocaine was we seen it as a rich man drug, which it was, because for you to really have fun with cocaine, you need a lot of it, because the high don't last that long. So now you go and you buying this cocaine, now you snorting cocaine. Now you're a drug addict because you want to be like the white man, right? Having sex with prostitutes. That is not our custom. When you go inside, give me in Deuteronomy, is it the 22nd, 23rd chapter where it says there should be no whores of the daughters of Israel? Like whorehouses and the brothels and all that. That ain't what the Most High told us to do. That's what the heathens do. So now when you pimping, now when you turning tricks, you're being like the other nations, the heathens. And what did that scripture say one more time, brother? In verse 2?
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. When our women feel as though that they got to go sell their body, or brother feel like he got to go out and go sell drugs and go unalive people, right? You're following after white people, because there's no greater criminal on the face of the earth than the white man. You can't tell me that there's a criminal bigger than a white man on the face of the earth. I will wait. I want to see it. Who's the biggest criminals? Who took over millions? Who unalived millions? Who have lied on constantly on treaties and deals and agreements? Who gave smallpox to innocent people that gave a warm welcome? Come on, man. We know who it is. You feel what I'm saying? According to y'all. But when we take away all the religion, we start to really see the real reality. Let's keep going. I'm gonna tell y'all about Christmas.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. The heathens, man. They look at the signs of heaven, man, and they are afraid. You understand? They don't understand it. And if they do, they are afraid, man. Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. Keep going.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Lord Christ. Got skinny, boy. Keep going.
Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
For the custom of the people is vain. Christmas is vain. Christ wasn't even born in the wintertime. He was born during the tax season. That's that's around what? The Passover. He was born around the Passover. You get what I'm saying? Like, and nobody never celebrated no one's death nor anybody's birth. Birthdays is unlawful. Death anniversaries and celebrating it is unlawful. We don't do that. We never did. You go look through the Bible, you don't see it. Right? What we must understand is that the customs of the other nations is evil as hell, because the Most High never told them to do anything like that, nor did he tell us to do it. Like, you go celebrate Christmas. Christmas is satanic. It's satanic all through it. You get what I mean? Like, you telling your kids to go sit on a grown man's lap. That's evil as hell. That's evil. You gonna tell her, like, you gonna put your kid on some random grown man lap. You know, most of them Santas be sex offenders. They be sex offenders. It's either they are one and they didn't tell the mall, or boy, you know how many times Santas got caught doing some fishy stuff with like kids, pornography and all that. They get caught all the time. Go look up the stories. You putting your kid on some grown man's lap. Then just last month they did allow these children to go to strangers' doors and ask for candy. Remember how we used to we used to pull up stories where they used to have ecstasy pills in the receipt cups. I said, damn. You know how much street value that one ecstasy pill is? That's some money. They want to kill your kids because they're a stranger. That's why we teach our kids, don't talk to strangers. Don't accept candies from strangers. I remember one day I was on my way to school. I was like in 3rd grade. This dude, I remember so around this time, it was like a lot of perverts out and about in the, you know what I mean? Trying to F with the kid, like trying to play, do some weird stuff with the kids. So they said, run and scream and call the cops, right? You know what I did? I'm in 3rd grade, brother. I was a little wimp. I said, help! I ran to school. I was out. Dude looked at me like, what the hell? I don't know what he said, but they said to scream and run. Now, should my parents had told me to go celebrate Halloween in a couple months after that, it don't make sense. You get what I mean? So what we all want to understand is that the customs of the other nations are pagan. They are vile. Because they are not of God, right? And any holiday that's in America, it always goes back to something wicked. So when people try to tell me, like, you can't be surprised that they hiding the Epstein files. Merry Christmas. You ain't gonna get the truth about what happens in those files. And if you do, you know what the DOJ gonna say? I entered the Department of War now. My fault. I think it's the Department of War now. they're gonna tell you it's a hoax, it's a lie, it's not true. A letter was written to another sex offender that's I think he's incarcerated right now as we speak. He was remember the Olympic trainer that got exposed. Remember Simone Biles came out a couple years ago and was like, I was also one of them girls that was touched and molested by that trainer. Well, that was the one that was talking to. He was an Epstein friend. Epstein wrote him, allegedly, Epstein wrote him a letter about how Donald Trump loves the little girls just like him. You know what I mean? And he wrote it while he was out in prison. And they trying to say that wasn't true. But we celebrate the same thing that they celebrate. They took those holidays and brought it here. They're the same people that sexually abuse children. America sexually abused children. They are notorious for running sex trafficking rings. Go watch this movie called The Sound of Freedom. I always bring this up. That movie would make you cry. It would make a grown man cry. It was a story, this devil, which it was all a true story. They saved thousands of kids from sex trafficking, rings. This particular mission took I think a year. Now, keep in your mind, I said a year. That them children was gone for about a year from their parents. You get what I'm saying? The father trusting this agent, this supposedly fashion agent. Oh, your children are so beautiful. Bring them past, and we're gonna be doing a photo shoot and stuff like that. We're gonna pay you. They paid the father the $700, right? You're like, all right, man, I really needed this money. All right, yeah, you can just drop him off. Go ahead. You just come back at such time. He comes back. The kids is gone. Every last one of them kids. Parents is all going crazy. So now they got to go to the police. Now the foreign police is now involved and all that. This little kid started out the song in the movie Innocent Pure, singing a song. This white dude had to go through the jungle to regain the boy. The boy was missing. They got the girl. She was on the island. They was like all these politicians, these high-powered people didn't know that they was about to get ran down on because they wound up catching up with them. But they couldn't find the young boy because the dad was really connected with this one agent. He found out he had to go in the goddamn jungle in South America. He go down there, kill everybody, save the boy. By the end of that movie, that little girl was in her room. She wasn't that same little girl no more. You get what I'm saying? She wasn't that same little girl no more, nor was that little boy the same. They both was trafficked. And when you look at that movie, I'm trying to tell you, it makes a grown man cry. I was in the movie theater what the did I just watch? Because that's the spirit of America. That is America. We can't be surprised that Trump is trying to cover his tracks. You don't think it's people behind scenes listen, man, we got to get this because now the checks and balances are starting to come in. Now they saying, yo, now we're gonna have to bring somebody. The court got to come in and now oversee what they redacted because it's supposed to be checks and balances. But do you think that these politicians really care? You think America cares about what goes on with these children? No, they don't give a damn because look what they did to our children. Look what they're doing to Hispanic children right now. They putting them in cages, man, ripping them away from their families. They've been doing this since 2016. Right? We worrying about the turn up. We worrying about living our best life and all that instead of putting on boots and fighting what really need to be fought. We need to be fighting against the Christmas spirit. We need to be making sure that when we go out and we teach against the Christian on this whole Christmas thing, man, because this Christmas is keeping us away from the kingdom of heaven. Just remember that when we go and celebrate these pagan holidays, we're not proving to the Most High that we want to get up out of here. That's why here in I.S.U.P.K, we maintain brotherhood so that we can try to bring the kingdom of heaven back quick. You get what I'm saying? Prove to the Lord that we want that mercy, that we want forgiveness, you know what I mean, to be able to get up out of these conditions that we in. You know what I mean? That's what we doing this for. When we reading in Jeremiah right now, this is what the Most High want every Black, Hispanic, Native American to know. Read it from the top again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Verse 2, please.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Learn the way of the heathen, you're going to lose yourself. It's just some foolery. You going to be sitting there. You're going to be voting. There's so many Black people that is hell-bent for Donald Trump. Okay, you hell-bent for Donald Trump. Now is exposed that Donald Trump is a pedophile, that he's a kid. I'm trying to say the right words because I ain't trying to get banned on social media. He's a PDF file. You understand? He's a serial child predator. He is notorious for even listen. This man he predator, like he's a predator to his own daughter. Like even to say these things out my mouth is just sickening. And this dude, you know, Donald Trump really was on TV numerous times. What is it, man? Because it's weird to say the shit with kids. He was sexualizing his daughter. What is it? Lusting over his daughter. How the hell you lust over your daughter? You piece of shit. Salakia. But that's crazy. And people feel as though that this is the man that you want to represent you. This is the man that you want to empower. This is why Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, I'll tell you right now, man. Understand that Christ is our power, man. Christ is our king. You understand? Christ is our king. That's who you vote for. Don't vote for no damn Donald Trump. Vote for no damn Kamala Harris. What the hell are these people going to do for us? The Democrats could have been put the damn files out. They didn't want to do it because they was trying to hush it up. Because they knew that the people that was in the goddamn files was on both sides of the aisle. You understand what I'm saying? Straight up like that. All that old Democrat, Republican, listen, I have seen the district attorney lawyers be buddy with the public defender and your lawyer that coming to the goddamn courtroom. Go ahead. No. We ain't going to play. I don't even want to hear. Y'all go watch that at your own risk. Because you're going to feel the same way I feel. What the hell? Dude, let's go through the daughter. And when you talk to a white person, you ask them about it. Oh, man, you know, it's Donald Trump. I'm glad that no white people say that around me. Especially if you Black, Hispanic, Native American. I'm going to be more mad if you my people and you saying something like that. Because I'm bound to punch you in your mouth. Because we supposed to be protecting our kids at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be protecting our kids, man. You know, they just found 40 missing kids in Florida. 40 missing kids in Florida. We got to protect those babies. Right? It should be to a point where a predator try to touch a kid in our community, he has to know that he has a death wish. Like he's going to die. You know what I mean? The same way how the mob used to treat us, demolition mobs used to treat us, they should feel that way when they come to our kids. If we're going to crash out, let's crash out about what really matters. Let's crash out about our kids. I don't mind. Touch my kids, I'm going to crash out. I'm like, Athanya, Abad, one of y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna be raising up the jail. Yeah, they got me at. Yeah, the feds got me. I don't know. I guess what I did to the dudes is federal. Just put some money on my books, man. Yeah, I'm gonna just be up in here just trying to run this damn thing. You know what I mean? Raise the damn yard. Shalom. Click. We gotta protect our kids. Protect your kids from Christmas, man. Protect your kids from Christmas. Your kids should not think that Santa Claus is gonna come down their chimney. You imagine your kids thinking that it's damn Santa Claus and it's a damn intruder. Come on, man. Your kid thinking it's Santa. Santa? Nah, this is not Santa. You get what I'm saying? We gotta teach our kids about safety. Right. No grown man supposed to come down their chimney. They think that you not paying for them damn gifts. You putting in overtime. You dipping into your 401k just to pay for some damn toys that they ain't gonna play with after 2 weeks. You know how many toys my kids got? I done bought my kids mountains of toys. You want to know where some of them toys is at? In between radiators. You know what I mean? Somewhere deep in the closet. You know what I mean? I done bought all these damn cars. The car cost like $30. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, this is a remote control, John. That toy is done being played with in 1 week. I told my wife, I said, babe, I don't think I'm gonna be paying this much money on toys like this. We about to go to the Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? These kids about to get all Goodwill toys. I'd be damn if I pay more money. I mean, good night. You spend all that damn money on something that is evil. You get my point? Like, get away from Christmas. Get away from these holidays, man. Go open up the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, and learn all of your holidays. We coming up on the Passover. Let's get out of here. We're gonna be in Houston, Texas. What's that? April 4th? April 4th. The week going into the 4th, man. We gonna be in Houston, Texas. I don't think y'all understand how the I.S.U.P.K get down, especially Houston, Texas. Let's give them another hand. Because Houston, Texas is about to be crazy. Like, I don't even know the itinerary. I just know I'm going to be in Texas, and you better be there. You better be there with me, because I'm going to be there with you or without you, because I'm going to keep the commandments. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to have me a garment, and I'm going to have a drink in my hand, and I'm going to be dapping up brothers, Kwam Yasha Allen, the whole damn time, because this is what matters. Our culture. How about our culture? Man, you know, people at my job know I don't celebrate it. I was like, yeah, I don't celebrate none of that. Oh, okay. Well, have a nice time off. My property manager called me. She was like, yeah, I know you don't celebrate it. Have a good couple days off. I said, thank you. Appreciate you. Shalom. I love it. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to let it be known. I don't get down with that now. I ain't had to tell them anything. But me, I don't care. I'm an a-hole. All right. I like to make people uncomfortable so they can leave me the hell alone. Like, I be in meetings, I just be sitting there like this. Yo, you know how them meetings be, y'all. I be in that joint just like this. Looking like I'm on Shamar. They're like, you got anything to say? All right. You know what that does? Keep people out of my business. Leave me the hell alone. Whole time, I'm the bid. I crack jokes all that. They don't know that, though. You know what I mean? Because I understand what it means to be an Israelite, right? I understand. I stand on business. I deal with these white people. We got to deal with these white people accordingly. We don't take on their beliefs. We don't take on their culture. You know, be harmful as a dove, but wise as a serpent. That's how I live by that. I am a sheep in wolf clothing. I'm going to be cool, calm, collective. You know what I mean? Because I understand the bigger picture. I understand that Christ wants us He want us to be perfect so we can get into the kingdom of God, right? So I'm going to do everything in my power to get there. And we all got to do that, right? When we learning about this Christmas thing, let's read about this Christmas thing because we about to end this joint soon. God damn. This will happen when you running behind, y'all. You miss time. Let's keep reading. According to y'all.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Lord,
Right.
learn not the way of the heathen,
Mm-hmm.
and be not dismayed the signs of heaven.
Keep going.
For the heathens are dismayed at them.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
The custom of the people. I'm good. The custom of the people is vain. It's vain, it's evil. Don't follow the crowd. I go against the crowd. I always did. I always wanted to do my own thing. You do your own thing too. But make sure that it's what the Most High wants you to do. That's when it's called doing your own thing. Because when you go along with the whole public, when you're doing everything that everybody else doing, you got to kind of question yourself, right? Like a lot of people like wearing designer. You want to know one thing about designer? Eventually, is going to go out of style, right? Now you got this expensive ass, ugly behind designer in your closet that you're never going to wear. Why didn't you just buy something that you like that sets you apart from everybody? You know what I mean? Like, why don't you just do your own thing, right? Because when you serve the Lord, you're not doing everything that everybody else do. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying how my brain works. But don't go with the crowd. Go against the crowd, right? And everybody gonna go left, you go right. Because apparently everybody that go left, they getting high, right? They celebrating Christmas. What the hell are you celebrating Christmas for? Are you a kid? You know, oh, well, I celebrated when I was growing up. So I guess your parents got all the answers. They don't got all the damn answers. Shoot, we barely got all the answers. We still look, we in the UPK still learning because we need answers. Right, Abad? We still learning. But one thing we do understand by learning through our learning is we can't continue to celebrate these pagan holidays. Christmas is pagan. Keep going.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Now, when you read the Bible, you can actually read about Christmas. Give you a backstory. Nimrod was an African king that was a fierce warrior. I mean, Nimrod was running down on, he was scary to people, right? He unalived a lot of people. So how he celebrated his birthday, and you can find this in the history books about Nimrod. Nimrod he would tell you to go cut down a tree, fasten it down, right? So it can stand up tall, deck it with silver and gold, right? Keep reading.
For the work of the hand and the work of the workman with the axe.
Yeah.
4, they deck it with silver and gold. And with gold.
They deck it out with silver and gold, right? What do we do for Christmas? We cut down that tree. We bring it into our house. We fasten it so it don't fall. We deck it with silver and gold. In other words, we're decking it with all types of ribbons, globe balls, you know what I mean? Candy canes, the whole nine. We deck the whole thing out. Keep going.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
That it what?
Move not.
Yeah, again. Deck it with silver and gold and fasten it with nails that it move not. Keep going.
5, they are upright as the palm tree.
Uh-huh.
But speak not.
But speak not. So Jeremiah letting them know, like, yo, you know, like this is an evil custom. right? This is Jeremiah, a prophet of the Most High, the chief high priest of this time, letting it be known, celebrating this holiday is pagan. We're reading about the Christmas tree. Now, mind you, it wasn't called Christmas around this time. Keep going.
They must needs to be born.
So it said this tree can't speak. He said this tree can't speak. It needs to be born, meaning that it needs to be alive. Keep going.
Because they cannot go.
Because it cannot go. Like it can't go nowhere. It can't. It's not alive. This tree is not alive. It's not a human. Keep going.
Be not afraid of them.
Be not what?
Afraid of them.
Be not afraid of them. Now I wonder why they'd be afraid. Keep going.
For they cannot do evil.
Because that tree can't do no evil to you, brother. That tree can't do no evil to you, sister. Keep going.
Neither also is it in them to do good.
Mm-hmm.
6. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might.
Yeah, so let me give you the backstory on this. Nimrod wound up dying, right? But before he died, again, we had cut the tree out, deck it with silver and gold, all types of ornaments, and we'd put gifts under the tree. That was and we'd give that to Nimrod every day on his birthday, right? And if we didn't do it, he would kill us. Well, when he died, the mother carried on this myth that you must still do the same thing every day on his birthday, or you will die. Right? The tree will come and it will hunt you. So that's why Jeremiah is saying this tree can't do nothing to you. But what the hell is we talking about? His mother, Nimrod's mother, did this so that she could maintain power over the people that she was over. This is in the history books about Nimrod. Nimrod also, let me tell you how disgusting Christmas is. Nimrod had a relationship, a romantic relationship with his mother. Yeah. The people that you go and cut a tree, you're following after them. People that had sex with their mom, had a relationship with their mother. That was her man and her son at the same damn time, which is sick. But this is what is in the history books. You're keeping a pagan holiday. Give me Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. Right? You're keeping a pagan holiday. The Most High is not with Christmas. Dang, somebody said, wow, I didn't know that. Let's give big BFG a hand. You know what I mean? They said, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, so when you celebrating Christmas, it don't have nothing to do with anything with Christ. Christ never celebrated a birthday, right? Christ was born in the time in tax season, right? It was tax season. It was more in the springtime. Christ was not born on December 25th. It is a lie. Okay. You can't find that anywhere in the Bible. All right. That is a Christian lie. It is a way of you serving Satan. It is you keeping something that is unholy. All right. And it also, Saint Nicholas was someone that used to help the kids. And then they took something that was, oh yeah, Nimrod, because they believed in certain gods and certain belief, they had evil pagan beliefs. And then they turned it into, Saint Nick gonna come down your chimney and things like that, which is a lie. All right. I wish I would have bought my book where it goes more in depth into how wicked Christmas is. But to deal with just on the Bible level, it comes from Nimrod's birthday, who was having sex with his own mother. I don't know what it is when you go back in history, but there's always some weird stuff going on in those families, man. Think about it. What's his name? The Egyptians. Man, I remember we blew the lid off that Egyptology. So, you know what I mean? Back in like 2017, 16, man, you don't even see people wanting to rep that whole Egyptian lifestyle no more. I be around the black people, they just black. You know what I mean? Like they don't even want to be Egyptian no more, according to y'all. Remember that? Remember everybody want to be Egyptian? Yeah, I was a pharaoh back in the day. Now they like, oh, I wasn't no pharaoh. I was tripping. I was high. Brother. Yeah, getting high, following after some damn men that was gay. Those Masons was they okay. Pharaoh and them was gay. Masonry started from gay African men. They was in the damn tombs playing with each other rods. Oh, that whole creation thing that you think is true. Oh, the black woman, her womb is so magical. You know, you see the pictures and the memes. It's the black woman with her legs open and the stars and the planets. No, the hell it's not. It's a lot of things that go inside that vagina, you know what I mean, and come out. But it ain't no damn stars and planets. You understand? But I can tell you what the real Egyptian origin story is Geb giving himself fellatio and shooting semen in his own mouth and spitting it out and creating humankind. That's the real Egyptian or Kemet origin story. No Kemet scholar can ever deny that. Is on their walls. And over top of Geb is a hermaphrodite. I think what is it? It was another man, right? With a rod. Geb is shooting semen into his mouth, and then there's a gay man over top of him with a rod. And then they got other pictures of them playing with each other rods, having circumcisions. You go back in history, you going to start realizing a lot of things is wicked. Like Jesus Christ, that white man that is the face of Christmas. That is Caesar Borgia. He was a gay white man. Caesar Borgia had a relationship with what was his name? Angelo. That was his name, not Michelangelo. It was what was his name? I think it was Michelangelo, right? One of those artists from back in the day, painters. He was a famous painter, made some amazing pieces, but he also, he was the one that made the Last Supper photograph. If you look at the Last Supper photograph, is actually the Borgia family. It's a Borgia family. And you will see, I think, a sibling more than once. Caesar Borgia was also having sex with his sister. He had a whole relationship with his sister. The Borgia family is wicked. It's so nasty. They came out with this series on, I think, Amazon or Netflix about the Borgias to show everybody that the man that they paint as Jesus Christ is nothing but a murderer and a homosexual. Go ahead. The Leonardo da Vinci? Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci, the Da Vinci Code. You want to know what Da Vinci Code is? A rod in his mouth from Caesar Borgia. That was the code. You got to break the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, the Da Vinci Code is Caesar Borgia was taking rod like a woman. You understand? Go ahead. Hold on, y'all. Oh shit! You know that they say that that's the most beautiful woman on the world, and so okay, we're gonna get in a little conspiracy right now. Everybody, put your tinfoil hats on. Now, this ain't this ain't proven factual. Say it again. You said Mona Lisa was what? Mm-hmm. Is it? So Leonardo da Vinci was a cross dresser, and the Mona Lisa picture is actually him playing cross dress as a transgender. Good night. I think I'm gonna end the class a little soon, man. I'm getting a little queasy. I give y'all another one to go look up. I heard that the Statue of Liberty is actually a man. I heard the Statue of Liberty was a man. I never looked at that statue the same ever again. Never did, because I said, damn, well, America is gay. You know what I mean? But I mean, yo, we gonna cut the conspiracy short, man, because we gonna start getting the tinfoil hats on. That's something for y'all to research on. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that it's true, but it is speculation. He said Leonardo da Vinci painted himself as a woman. That is crazy. I'm not shocked though. I'm not shocked because he painted Jesus Christ to be some white man. You read the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible does it says that Jesus is white. Jesus is black as hell. You know what I mean? He's a dark-skinned brother. It says skin looked dark. It was black, like it was burnt in a furnace. You ever burnt some brass? You ever burned brass before? It get dark. You know what I mean? Let me see that. Let me see that real quick. I'm gonna show y'all how dark this man is. Show you how dark Jesus Christ is. This is brass. This is brass. Now, this is our incense burner that holds the incense and is burned. This is what they said Jesus Christ looked like it burnt in a furnace. All right, that's nothing but smoke over years after years, being under high temperatures. That's what burnt brass looked like. Go ahead. Oh, there you go, brother. Get back to you. You understand? Jesus Christ is a black man. You know what I mean? Ronald Reagan is the devil. What did Riley say? He said George Bush was behind 9/11. Ronald Reagan is the devil. You know what I mean? But no, all jokes aside, though, the hell with Christmas. Christmas is evil. It's really the celebration of Nimrod that been passed down from centuries up to now. Do your research on all American holidays. You know, it's all evil. Even New Year's. You shouldn't be going out celebrating New Year's because the New Year don't come until the Passover. The month of the Passover is when the New Year begins. The New Year don't start in the wintertime. But see, this is the whole thing with Janus and, the winter solstice and all of that. This is going back to white people stuff. All right. That's why the Lord said, learn not the way of the heathen. The real New Year starts in the spring. It makes sense because everything does what? It grows back. It makes a full turn. That makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense. The New Year being in the spring. Why? Because everything is back. And the Most High said in the spring, the New Year comes. So with that being said, y'all, I thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the button below, the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the follow button. With that, shalom, y'all.